live. So, good evening everyone and welcome to tonight's live stream of our homebrew D&D campaign, The Darkness of Amon'Gul, a high fantasy campaign set in the continent of Creydor. We are the Conduits of Chaos, a bunch of nerdy D&D and gaming enthusiasts from Wales, and in tonight's episode we'll be rejoining our party as they continue their adventures to uncover the mystery surrounding the disappearance of Creydor's gods. Before we get started, a big thank you to everybody who's been keeping up with the story so far. If you are watching us live or watching this back on our Twitch and YouTube channels, please consider supporting us by hitting that subscribe button and stay up to date with all of our latest content. Also, while you're there, drop us a message or comments. We'd love to know what you think. As promised, I sort of mentioned it in the last session, I have a little surprise up my sleeve for you today. So stay tuned in, to find out more. And with that little nugget, let's go over to the table and find out how our party is doing tonight. How are we all?
Excellent.
Very good. Great, thanks.
I mean, I was just going to say, Mike, are you making some changes to the images there? Good stuff.
Typical good old start to a stream, you know. Yeah, got to get these things lined up. Everybody, you thought we would have done this before, right? Yeah, pros. I think that's everybody in the right positions. So, yeah.
But yeah, it's been 3 weeks, right?
It has, yeah. And apologies for everybody who expected a session last week. We had a few issues and a couple of people out, so we sort of decided to knock that forward a week, hence sort of being out of the order you probably would have expected. So we'll keep now with the sort of fortnightly from this point. So our next session will be on the 22nd of March. But yeah, I mean, real life stuff gets in the way sometimes. But yeah, we'll make sure we keep you all informed when these things change, and if you're tuning in, great. Really appreciate the support. Right, okay, so are we all ready for tonight's session?
Yeah.
Excellent. So I'll start with the recap then, as I'll chuck on some music. Let's put our travel playlist on. About to say that's not coming through, is it? There we are. So, at the start of the last session, you found yourselves at the Druid village in Gandrish, awakening to the peaceful and serene surroundings of the village and wildlife around you. You were greeted by Nahorn, who was to escort you to the Elders, to continue discussions around your offer to support and clear the nearby nest of harpies. On your way to speaking with the Elders, you were rejoined by Broderson, who had just made it back to the village after returning to the Guild Hall following your encounter with the Brotherhood of White Flame. While speaking to the Elders, Willana gave you further information surrounding the Druid's request, which, while lacking in detail, they felt important to share out of openness and mutual respect. She told you of a strange and evil creature, a giant, in fact, that was not of this place, that was being harboured by the Harpies. She asked you to trust her in killing this creature, and in exchange would tell you more of the Druid's purpose here. Following this, you agreed to support them and set off towards the Harpies' location. You arrived at the large rocky outcrop as directed by Nahorn, where you were met with a foul stench of rotting animals filling the air. After an inspiring speech by Drent, you decided to cautiously look around. This is where Lovak noticed one of the creatures described to be a harpy, and stealthily decided to sneak up on her and attack. A battle pursued in which some of you were lured by the angelic sounds of the harpy's voice, but thanks to Drent's heroic speech, didn't affect the majority of you. Hate you for that, by the way. As the battle raged on, a large giant, deformed in nature, came crashing from the rocky outcrops and engaged the group. You figured this to be the creature Willana mentioned. The party worked well together, however, and with Broderson displaying his precision with a kitchen knife and Grizz summoning some pretty extreme power with Boar's Light, I actually think you got 3 crits in a row. Absolutely unheard of. I think you were all out to get me that session. Your collective strength was no match for the Harpies and this giant, and they were all slain in battle. And following this, Cathbad released a message back to Gandrish to collect the remains, despite Lovat confidently feeling like he could carry it himself. But yeah, you headed back to the village, and when you returned, you met once again with Willana and the elders, who thanked you for vanquishing this creature, and as promised, told you more of their way of life. But at the cost of being cursed if you were to divulge this information beyond yourselves. This is where she told you of the existence of the Feywild, and that the creature you fought was called a Fomorian, an agent of evil following the orders of a necromancer called the Ancient One, or by his true name, Sargoth. And he was waging a war within the Feywilds against forces that seek to protect it. She continued to tell you of portals that exist between the planes of the Feywild, and that the material plane in which you live, some of which are constant and others appear more randomly as the convergences of the sort of planes fluctuates, and that these portals are now being exploited by Sargoth to poison the material plane. She also told you of the powers bestowed upon her and some of the elders by Flidace, which is why they trusted and welcomed you into the village. She said that Elder Farvan, the old man that you first encountered as you arrived at the village, was able to sense the Fey in others, and that Cathbad and Drent are both tied to this place. Willana could see birth signs in your eyes and of who you would become, and this is where you both found out more of your lineage. Cathbad, a warrior with great strength, and Drent, of noble blood and destined to be a great and courageous leader. I guess only fate will decide if those actions speak truth. And that is where she left it, with a lot of information, and weary following your battle, she suggested you headed back to rest for the evening, and that she could help answer any further questions before your departure to the Forgotten Mountains the following morning. And that's where we'll pick up tonight's session. So, you once again find yourselves awakening to the serene and peaceful surroundings of the Druid village. Some birds perch themselves on the window, merrily singing in the day, as the fresh smell of the forest and flora around the village brings a pleasant smell to the air as you awaken. Drent and Cathbad, can you both give me a perception check, please?
Ooh, straight in.
Oh. All right.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
there we go. So my natural 1 goes down to a 0 because -1.
So your nice natural 1, Drent, you just awaken.
I'm asleep still, right?
Oh yeah, that is your usual MO, but no, this time you awaken, but having had some sort of a feeling that you've had horrible dreams, but you can't quite make any of it out. Nothing seems to sort of hit your head as you've awoken, other than a searing pain from whatever has happened to you through the course of the night. Cathbad, however, following your battle with that Fomorian, whilst you were sleeping, you saw flashbacks in your dreams of memories as a child, where these creatures familiar to you were mentioned in fairy tale books, or lingering thoughts of where adults had told you ghost stories of these creatures. So you feel a little bit uneasy as you've awoken, but you are regathering thoughts from your childhood after experiencing this creature in the flesh. But you all awaken.
Morning. Brent, you don't look like you slept that well.
Got a banging headache. Something's not great.
Are you still having problems because of that potion you took?
Yeah. I think that's gonna make me rough for a few days, maybe. Be a little longer. It's gonna take a while to get better, I think. But maybe it's worth it. If not, we could always come back and kill them all, right?
Yeah, we could do that. I hope you feel better soon.
Me too. Hey, breakfast? I wonder if Brodeson's decided to cook for us for the first time.
Yeah.
Just be careful that his breakfasts don't offend the druids.
Oh, yeah.
Broderson, can you make us a breakfast that won't offend anybody?
Especially the meat eaters.
What about all his ball?
No meat?
Back.
No meat? Well,
Look.
let me see what I can do.
Cheese croissant, maybe.
So Brodson's gonna look around for the nearest druid so that he can ask for some food to make breakfast. Is there anyone around?
Cool. Yeah, I mean, the hut that you're staying is elevated off the ground. So this village, just giving you a quick recap, is set amongst the trees, almost feeling like it's part of nature itself. So there's a nice glade as you arrive at the village, but the rest of the village is set back into a sort of forested area. So where you are right now is a hut sort of elevated amongst the trees, like an Ewok village, I guess.
Any nuts and berries in the trees?
So give me a sort of I guess a survival check or something like that. Yeah, so as soon as you look out the door, you can see Fledace's offerings on the ground before you. So the large oak tree that you're currently perched upon has dropped some nuts and acorns.
Any mushrooms?
As you've sort of looked on the tree itself, you can see that nature has grown on the tree and provides you with a small amount of mushrooms.
Any enchanted weapons?
It was a roll of
Chris,
22. A fairy drops you a weapon.
Chris, could you gather up these mushrooms you see growing here? And Drent, if you could gather some berries, I will go and heat some oil in a pan.
Who put Broderson in charge? Yes,
That's the food.
yes, of course. I'll help you to make breakfast. No problem at all. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
At the berries while you're at it, Grizz. My head's hurting.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I gather everything up.
And don't forget the acorns, Grizz.
Someone else can get the acorns, okay?
Great, as you all start to prepare that. For those of you outside, you see her coming up the stairs, but you are greeted by Ashala, the female druid that had taken Cathbad to the Moonwell the night before. And she just says, "Oh, good morning. I hope you all slept well. I see you are gathering some breakfast."
Morning, Ashala. We're having acorns for breakfast, apparently. You know, like that's a normal thing to do.
It is back in my family. I haven't had it for years.
Not these acorns. It's okay, I'm only joking. Excellent. Well, I'll let you finish your food, but just to know, the elders have gathered once again this morning and would like to wish you good travels ahead of your journey.
Yeah.
Will they be
Thank you.
sending us with a guide?
I don't know of such things. I'm sure they will explain to you when you get there.
Better get that breakfast to go then, Broderson. Got a busy
Need
day.
to-
Could someone gather some acorn leaves and we'll use them as plates?
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll go and do it.
Good lad, Grizz. Good lad.
Is there any chance I turn around and see Lovak eating the boar meat?
Definitely sniffing at it.
I'm gonna go and sit closer to Lovak then. I want boar meat, not twigs and berries.
Safe to get it out now.
Don't all have to live by their traditions.
We just need some protein-filled lichen, Broderson, and it's one of my mother's special breakfasts.
If you want lichen, Cuthbert, you can go and get lichen, okay?
No. I've had enough lichen and acorns for a lifetime. I'll let Broderson deal with that.
No time for lichen. Let's get a move on.
Okay, and on that note, you sort of gather your acorns in your little acorn leaves. Acorn leaves are tiny, aren't they? And yeah,
So you mentioned an oak tree as well. I was going
Oak
for.
leaves, yeah.
all right. Yeah, good point. So yeah, you head down towards the elder's hut, and as you do, Nahorn is sort of standing outside and kind of gives you all a nod and just directs you with his hand into the elder's hut. And as you walk in, as you've seen sort of the last day or two, you're greeted by the full host of elders who sat around in almost like a moon-like fashion in the room. And Bolana speaks up. Good morning to you all. How is that head of yours, young Drent?
Really rough today. Do you have any more of that elixir I had yesterday that made it better?
Oh, Father and the old man sort of looks over. He's already on it, so he starts to mix up some herbs and stuff in a sort of pummel and mortise type fashion. Yes, he'll sort you out. It can get uncomfortable for a few years. Days. I'm only joking. But yes, it should pass with time.
Yeah, I thought so. Maybe the father there could teach Broderson how to make it. He says he's the chef of us.
Oh, is he a herbalist too?
I've dabbled in herbs, but cooking is my main hobby.
Oh, well, please do oversee Favren if you wish. He does not speak, but your eyes should do the talking.
Very well, very well. And will you be able to supply some of the ingredients?
Yeah, I'm sure we could do that for you.
Very well.
We can't have you young folk suffering, can we? Not as sturdy as this old lot.
How old are you, Willana?
Oh, you should never ask a lady such a question.
My
I
apologies.
am many, many moons of this world.
Well, I think we are leaving today. Do you have a guide for us to take us at least some of the way, or are we just heading out on our own?
Yes. Our offer of assistance, as we've mentioned. Yes, we shall provide you with guidance on your travels to the mountains. There is a region we know of which is very strange in nature. The mountains are vast, but it is, if anywhere, likely to be where the secrets you seek to discover lie.
Fantastic.
I hear, Cathbad, that you were taken to the Moonwell. And she looks with disappointing eyes over to Ashala. Did this reveal anything to you?
I saw many sights in the well. Whether that was to your blessings or not, but I see lots of connections that are starting to become clear to me now. That things I've not really thought about since I was a young boy, and things that I've still yet to discuss fully with my friends here. But yes, strange mysteries are starting to become slightly clearer to me now.
I see. Okay. And anything of the mountains? Ashala told me what you told her.
Something relating to a huge cavern and a bright light within. Some form of crystal. A portal, perhaps.
I do not know of such things, and she looks around to the elders as if... Have you? And they all... No. Were you able to gather visions of perhaps the mountains or the horizon itself?
I have a memory of some form of stone construction, stones in a circle, glowing blue. Is that?
No, I don't think that is anything we can help with, but perhaps it is in the area we speak of. I just thought maybe if you had a vision of the mountains, that perhaps there was a way that we could I don't know, explore perhaps what the horizon looked like and guide you towards the right location. We have much knowledge of the mountains, but...
As an aside, did I miss taking a note on something there? Because that's everything I wanted to...
No, I appreciate it was the end of the last session 3 weeks ago, but you did get an outside look coming in. I probably could have just given you history or a wisdom check. Actually, do you want to do that?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's do that. History.
Cool. So as she's talking, you actually start to recall that night, and you remember sort of as the circle started to send you and started to that bluish cyan hue and sort of seemed like a portal opening up as the runes on the ground started to light up and took you to the mountains. It was almost like as you were traveling there, you did get like a broad picture of the landscape. So you would have noticed some of the, I don't know, prominent peaks and those kind of things. So that starts to come into your head as Willana is speaking.
Okay.
It's okay if you don't remember anything. That's fine. Yes, I suppose you should need some supplies as well. We can offer you provisions and food for your journey.
Yes, please.
One thing that our group would definitely need is warm clothing.
Yes. We have some hides, very good for the cold weather, and some furs. They will keep you warm on your journey. The Forgotten Mountains are a treacherous and perilous place. The temperatures and blizzards can soar and kill the most savvy of adventurers. So you should be wary during your travels. Some of you may not return.
That's ominous.
Can we make it so we all return, please?
Maybe you'll become a god, Grizz. You never know. Might not want to return.
Yeah, maybe I I like the mountains, right? They used to call me the mountain goat, so maybe I'll just like stay and the mountain can be my mountain, and it can be called the Grizz Mountain.
At least it won't be forgotten.
Such youthful spirit. We all want to conquer the world, Grizz, in our own little ways. I admire your spirit. But those mountains are owned by nobody.
So prime for the taking, right?
Oh. And as you're sort of having that little giggle, Nahorn sort of comes in and she's like, Willana, there's somebody else here saying that they're part of this group. Shall I let her in? And she turns to you. Are you expecting anyone?
Well, it's not Scomron.
Maybe he's bought the rest of our gold he owes us.
He does owe us quite a lot of gold.
Is it Scomron, Nahorn? Are you Scomron? As Nahorn sort of opened the sort of entrance to the hide that is over the front of this hut, and you see before you a elven female, and with that we shall introduce our newest member to the party, Emma, who is playing her character Olga, to introduce herself and welcome herself into the group. Really hope she's here right now.
I'm not a tree though. Hello.
Hey.
Wow, that was good camouflage, Emma.
Hello.
Hello. I have a medallion. I am part of your guild. Here it is.
Wow. Yeah. It's smaller than that, Emma.
They gave her a bigger one than they gave us.
Yeah,
Didn't think I had one at all.
I'm taking that up with Scumron.
Maybe she completed the trials all on her own.
Yeah. Fine, in that case, fair enough, right?
I heard you were going on an adventure, and I would like to join.
Sounds like we're gonna need the help.
We're going to the mountains.
I love the mountains.
Oh,
I love the mountains.
I think we're gonna be best friends.
so you know her?
We know what group she represents. She's from our guild.
Okay, very well. Come on in, young lady.
You know the secret handshake.
I don't know the secret handshake.
Why I got the big medallion, actually.
Drent, could you show me the secret handshake too?
When your cooking gets better, maybe I will.
Drent, do we need to have words?
If it's about cooking, then yes.
No, Trent, the man steams a good acorn.
I'll take your word for it. Then,
Outside, Drent, you and me.
So have you, as you have this little bicker, Olga is welcomed into the hut, and as you come in, Olga, do you just want to give a sort of brief description of your character for everybody, please?
Yeah, sure. So I am Olga Mary. I am a wood elf and a wizard, and I'm a bit haphazard with my spells because I haven't had many opportunities to practice them yet. I'm hoping this will give me a chance. I grew up in the woods, and it was pretty lonely there. So I've got a lot of friends that are waterfowl, ducks, geese. Don't really like swans, but they're alright. Sort of my story. I'm hoping to make more friends now that aren't waterfowl. Although I'm still up, but I can obviously, if we meet him, totally have more.
You friends with any chickens?
Not many, actually. There's not many in the woods. No wild chickens really, are there?
What about wild turkey?
I've met one, to be honest, but they're mostly the water ones are my favourites. Do you know any good turkeys, Chris?
I mean, there's the mountain turkey that comes from where I live.
Oh, nice. Are they
Yeah.
friendly?
Mostly, except around times of celebrations, because they can see something's up and they get a bit suspicious. They think people are going to kill them because they probably are.
I see. Okay. Anyway, that's me. Does anyone have any questions?
No, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Where did you get the medallion?
Where did I get the medallion?
Yes.
Found it.
No one's given me a medallion.
She's such a
Missed
good,
induction day.
humorous joker.
Wait, you don't have a medallion, Bruce?
No. Feel left out now.
You
get one
should-
once you've earned it, Brodus, and it won't take long. I'm sure
You
after this mountains you'll have one.
You should have had one when we were in Earthfield, Broderson. Why didn't you get one?
Mine's made of chocolate. I can just split it in half.
Oh, if only that were true.
Are you sure you know this lady?
Is he allowed to venture with us if he doesn't have a medallion?
Novak, I never knew you were such a stickler for bureaucracy.
Can I give him mine?
No.
It's fine. He was a field promotion. He can get one later.
Yeah.
I feel without yours, Novak, you may be misinterpreted as something completely not in the realms of our guild.
Has helped me a few times, yes.
Yeah. Indeed, Lady Willana, she is with us. You may
Yes.
continue.
Excellent. Very well. So there is more of you to carry on your adventures into the mountains. That bodes well for you, I must say. So, as I've said, the adventure into the mountains will be extremely perilous. We shall guide you to where a strange aura exists around the mountains. Somewhere we've not ventured ourselves. But this can be the only place I think of, or that we know of. And we know a lot of these mountains. It's perhaps where the answers to your question lies. I must warn you, strange creatures exist in those mountains.
Are there any harpies?
Nothing larger than the nest or murder that you have already encountered.
Are there any dragons?
Oh, that's a long silence.
There weren't until you asked.
Well,
They've suddenly spawned.
we have never encountered one ourselves. But it is written in our history that a dragon exists, watching over the Forgotten Mountains.
Oh, so not an evil dragon then. Maybe one who can guide us.
Have you ever heard of a non-evil dragon?
It is said in history that the gods themselves are dragons.
Okay.
Shit.
But the only time that I have ever met Flidace, she is of elven flesh as she appears before me.
Olga, are you Flidace?
Flidace? I think not.
Ouch.
Oh, you all do tickle me. I mean, it's a long time, and we very rarely get outsiders, so it is nice to use such humor. It takes away the seriousness for a brief moment from this world. But as much as I revel in enjoying moments such as these, we fight a stark war within the Feywild. And that your mission seems equally as important in helping that war. Unfortunately, I can't send Nahorn with you, because his duties lie here in protection of the portal. But Tashala shall help guide you through the mountains. to the location we described. But she shan't be staying with you. I just need to make that clear. She is a future elder.
Well, thank you for allowing Rashala to travel with us. I don't think, other than Grizz, I don't think we have too much mountaineering experience. So, strange creatures, cold, danger. I think we're going to need a lot of help here.
Aye. It is perilous. So we shall have your provisions ready, and in fact Nahorn has already collected them for you. So you are ready for your journey. There are some fine acorns and berries and freshly collected water from Flidace herself to take on your journeys.
Are they being packed onto our horses, ready for us to leave them? Or do we carry them with us?
Ooh. Perhaps you should go on horseback, and Hashala shall bring them back. For your horses will not survive the perilous journey ahead. You can return and we will look after them.
Lovely, thank you.
Yeah, so you start to collect, obviously, yourselves together, and Nahorn, as you've exited the tent, has collected your supplies, and yeah, he, as sort of harsh and as abrupt as he was to you when you first encountered him, your actions, I think, in the Harpy's lair seems to have given him a different insight, and obviously the elders sort of favour of you. And he looks at you, Drent, with a little bit more of a note of respect as he just turns to you all and says, "Here, these provisions will help you on your journey to the mountains. Unfortunately, I can't come with you. The portal and the Feywilds are not safe, and it's my duty to protect this village. But perhaps we shall meet again."
I think we will. And soon.
Don't trust everything you see in the mountains.
What do you mean? Oh, sorry.
The awe and breathtaking captivation of the mountains, the beauty, can draw you from peril. So bear that in mind, keep your wits about you as you travel through this perilous place.
The barriers between us and the Feywild thinner in the mountains. Is there more strange creatures breaking through either side?
Not to my knowledge. The fluctuation of the plains here is quite static. It's elsewhere in Creydor that these portals tend to have a more random appearance to them. You shouldn't be impacted by the Feywild in the mountains, and even if so, that region is not very hospitable for the Fae folk. Even the vile monsters that live there.
It's one less thing to worry about, I suppose.
Don't get me wrong. Other vile creatures live within Creydor.
Just monsters from our plane. The regular kind.
Yes. Giants as well.
Ice giants?
I know you fought one, but yes, ice giants. Perhaps even lightning giants. I don't know. I've not seen one myself, but where there is lightning, there's always the threat of lightning giants.
We don't have Scumrun to be our lightning rod this time.
Excellent. So, I bid you farewell, warriors, adventurers. Take care.
Thank you for all your hospitality. It's been a pleasure meeting more of my kind.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
And Willana sort of exits the hut. Good luck, all. I hope you find the answers you are searching for. We wait in much anticipation. Ashala shall look after you for part of your journey. Farewell. As she waves you off. Yeah, so you begin your journey towards the Forgotten Mountains. Something that feels like it's been coming for a long, long time. And sort of as you start your journey, it takes you partway through the northern edges of the Ashandra forest as it sort of wraps its way around the Forgotten Mountains, the whole 500 miles square, sorry, of mountain ranges that exist there. And as you sort of go through Ashandra, you start to see the sort of ascent begin as you make your way into the mountains themselves. The weather is currently dry. There's a sunshine as you've parted the village that has given you a bit of lingering warmth as you sort of begin your ascent. First stage you pass. So yeah, you climb sort of deeper into the mountains. The now sort of flat land that you'd experienced before has become a lot more extreme as you start to sort of weave your way through a few of the smaller valleys at the bottom of the Forgotten Mountain ranges. And Ashala looks at you and sort of speaks to you along the journey, and the valleys that you go through, they start to open up, and ahead of you can see sort of vast mountain ranges. So the ascent through the hills are becoming a simple part of the journey, and your eyes, almost as you're looking ahead of you, are like, oh god, we're going up there, as you see snow-covered peaks ahead of you, sharp mountain ridges in the distance with howling winds, and you can see the sort of snow almost making clouds as the wind blows them off the top of the mountaintops. Is there anything you want to discuss as you're sort of
Yeah.
going through?
Why are we going up this horrible place again? What's up there that's so good that I have to go all the way up there?
Drent,
with
you're
all
on
these
mute.
horrible mountains. Drent doesn't want to answer.
I thought Drink was going to answer that question.
I'm guessing,
Because-
yeah.
We know there's something we need to do there. I don't think we 100% know what, but it has something to do with the connection between the different planes of the worlds and the disappearance of the gods. Is that have I covered that okay?
We found out early on that there is some form of gateway up in the Forgotten Mountains, which is to do with one of the gods called Bor, who we believe to be quite a benevolent god. His healing potion, his healing water helped us out previously.
Oh, nice.
And I've got a good sword that's got his name.
Yep, I've got a stone belonging to Bor, so we've he's kind of like our patron saint god, I guess.
Cathbed, he's not gonna want that stuff back, is he? When we get there, you know, like he's not gonna
As
say,
an
"Oh,
offering."
thank you, you found my stone. I've been looking for that for centuries."
No,
Yeah, it's an important place, and we know we need to get there, but exactly what we're doing there, we don't know. We've been sent there, you know, like everything we've done up until now was kind of led to this, really. So I'm hoping we find out a lot.
And you hope you don't lose your sword and your stone and wherever
Yeah.
else you found. All right.
the sort of the wider mystery we're trying to uncover is this battle between the gods that we found out was going on in the Feywild, and this gateway should hopefully give us some sort of clue or take us somewhere we need to be.
The gate, like a Stargate type of gateway, or
I mean, could well be.
nice eyebrows, like.
Um,
Okay. No, all right. Yeah, that sounds like a good enough reason then. Is there any? Let's go.
I mean, we weren't going to stay in that druid village any longer. No offense,
Hey.
Cathbed and Trent.
Hey, I'm ready to eat some meat
I-
on the wall.
I grew up in a monastery, and they had looser rules than that they did.
Excuse me. That's my people that you speak of.
Sorry, Ashad.
Sorry, Charlie, you're so
Sorry.
quiet. I forget you were there.
Yeah, me too.
I did say no offense.
Oh, no offense taken from me. I understand. I'm a little bit more rebellious than those that you have met within the town.
It's a
Okay,
very
we-
wide-world T'Challa. There's plenty of things to see.
Yeah, I don't always say the right things. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. But we should joke whilst we can. The times are becoming dark.
God.
Mike, the route that we're taking, where you said we could see the jagged peaks, is that kind of matching up with what I would have seen in my vision at this point, or not yet?
So, you know, even if I ask you to roll, nothing right now seems familiar.
Okay.
Like the skies are quite clear at this point in time, and the peaks that you can see in the distance are, like I said, quite open. Like imagine Everest on a sunny day. You see the snow blowing off the peaks. That's kind of the vision that you're having from a distance right now. But they are a distance away. We're talking probably 50 miles, 100 miles away.
Okay.
But the ascent you can see is starting into that mountain range.
Cool. Yeah, I just want to say to the group a little bit, this Feywild that we've been told about and that I've been shown in visions, it's bringing back some memories of my childhood. I think my parents knew more of this place than I ever really understood. But yeah, I'm hoping in time and with a bit more pondering on the subject that I might have some more answers.
Do you think you've been here before?
I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't rule it out, Grizz. I have these long buried memories of strange and beautiful places, but I come from just near Tradecrest, and it's, you know, a bit of a dump now. It can't have been there, and I've never left the area until I joined the guild, so it doesn't quite add up. But we'll see what we find at the end of this journey.
Yeah, I think we've got quite a bit of journey ahead of us before we get there, but it's already getting quite steep.
I bet Scomron's got his feet up in front of the fire at this point.
Telling tales to like all the people in the inn, right?
Yeah. It's alright for some.
Who is this Scomron you speak of? He sounds like a interesting fellow.
Yeah, he's somebody we met in the guild, and he came with us on our adventures. So, you know, if you want to do that, you know, you could totally do that.
I think the dangers of the mountains are far beyond my abilities. I favor the Feywild, and there's much work that I have to do there.
Okay.
The war is ravaging the Feywild. Our people are suffering.
It's starting to feel like our war may be connected with your war, and it doesn't bode well for any of us.
Olga, you might even know yourself. You are an elf.
I mean, I was pretty cut off as an elf. We were only a little community.
I see.
I'm not entirely sure what wars you're speaking of, or why they might be connected.
That makes sense.
But maybe you'll tell me en route a bit more
Yes.
about it.
Perhaps
That'd be
maybe
nice.
you can tell me of your lineage
And my ducks.
and your ducks. I love ducks.
Yeah. Who doesn't, you know?
I love feeding the ducks.
Well,
There's something majestic about it.
Is it the honking or is it the
I don't know.
flapping?
I could probably summon a duck if someone wanted to look at a duck right now, but
If I get homesick, Casper, I will let you know.
I'd rather save my spell slots, but I mean, yeah, maybe later.
Great. So you sort of have that encounter with the Shala, and as you travel further into the mountains towards those peaks, the air around you becomes extremely cold. Just change the music.
Where's the music playing from?
It's from Discord, and also that wasn't exactly what I was after. So that's a little bit better. Yeah, so the air around you becomes... sorry, not Discord, it's from Roll20.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, sorry, Em. I know this is your first time, so if you wanna, there's a cog in the top right of roll 20
I got
that
it.
you can change the master volume if it's a bit loud in your ear. Sorry, I should have told you that
Oh,
before.
I done that earlier because
Oh,
it was so
great.
loud.
My
Thank you.
bad. So, I'll start again. As you travel further into the mountains towards the peaks, the air around you becomes extremely cold. The brisk wind forces tears from your eyes, which shortly after turn to ice. Even the moisture collecting around your mouths and facial hair starts to crystallize in the shearing cold.
All over.
Yes.
Whilst
indeed.
fresh and brisk, however, the air is crisp and refreshing. And beyond the sound of your boots, or feet in the case of Lovac, trudging through the snow, an eerie and somewhat beautiful silence fills the air. And Charlotte says to you, "This is where I must leave you. The journey you're ahead will take you to where Walana spoke of. The peaks turn into almost a caldera or a surrounding, like a circle of peaks, which is why I think Walana told you of this place. But we venture not there, for there are large creatures, giants, much too perilous for us to go beyond this boundary. So I will leave you here, as much as I wish to seek further adventures with you. Know that I'll be waiting your return." And she looks at you, Cathbad. It's like there's still much that we have to learn of each other. But keep yourself safe. Nahon gave you some great advice.
Farewell, Charlotte, and thank you for all that you've done, and thank you for opening my eyes to so many things long forgotten.
You're welcome. You've just forgotten who you are, Cathbad.
Uh,
I see something in you.
Hopefully I can become that person before it's too late.
I'll take your horses. And she takes all of your horses away from you, and as she starts to walk away, she looks back one last time at you, Cathbad. Stay safe.
And you.
And she walks off. So are you going to plan on carrying on your journey into the mountain ranges?
Yeah, just a quick question. Is that area that was described with all the monsters, is that where we need to go through to get to where we're going, or do we have a rough idea of where we need to aim for from?
So she's just directed you to say the path
Yeah.
lays
Okay.
ahead.
Okay.
So there is a route through the mountains, and you can kind of see part of it. It does look, as now the cold is starting to set in, it is starting to become more difficult to see the distance, but you can see the peaks that Ashala is speaking of, and almost like a natural route through. It's not going to be easy, and you're going to encounter different things as mountains do. They look easy when you look at them from afar, but when you get in there, you're going to have all ups and downs and perilous peaks and rocky outcrops and those types of things to deal with, but you seem to have a direction.
Well, we've come this far. Let's see what's over these hills. And I'm going to sort of try and just trudge off in the lead.
What time of day is it? What are we talking?
So actually now you've been traveling probably I'd say the best part of 8 hours. So you have started to wear away the day. We're looking at early evening, sorry.
Okay. You should probably think about eating and setting up a camp at some point. I don't know if anyone can see any good areas up ahead. Caspad, you're in front, you might have a good view.
I'll keep my eye out.
Alright then.
Has anyone spotted any game?
Oh, Vac's the one for that, isn't he? Once the
Yeah, Lovac.
I have bow in my bag.
Now that Charlotte's gone, maybe we can eat that.
I
Hey,
saved you a bit, Cathbad.
We need to get rid of the boar before we go into the mountains in case we meet boar and you say, I've got boar in my bag, and then people are like, whoa, you can't have boar in your bag. That's...
Right, meaning wild pig.
Yeah, we'll call it wild pig. Yeah, good idea.
Shall I make us a fire?
The shelter ahead. You bald-bodied people might freeze to death.
Can I do a investigation check for some sheltered areas, Mike? Or perception? Or
I mean, anybody who's now looking for a safe place to stay, you can do a sort of survival /
survival
perception check, something like that, looking around.
Slow.
So, a really good roll there. Grizz, you're sort of scanning the horizon and you start to see like 1 or 2 spots that you think, but Broderson is just sat there, like throwing his precision knives in his hand, and
juggling them.
as he just looks ahead, he's like, oh, there's a little outcrop over there. We can probably go over there, and seems to notice this little area. So you, Broderson, you see a sort of small rocky outcrop in part of the mountains that are now starting to ascend higher and higher into the Forgotten Mountain ranges, and there's this one particular spot that seems to be not a cave, but just a covered shelter of a part of a mountain cliff face that not everybody else has seen.
Shall we take shelter under the mountain?
Oh, that's a great spot.
Still be
Brent,
yonder.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. So yeah, you all head over, and as I said, it's as the mountains are ascending, there's this area on a cliff face where the cliffs overhang slightly, so it gives you good shelter from the wind and sort of any rain, snow, or the likes of that. So you looking to perch up for the evening? Are you gonna create any campfires? Do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my create bonfire spell, and keep that flaming. If anyone wants to do any cooking on that, go wild.
I'll start looking to gather up any supplies to make a hearty meal.
No more acorns.
Plenty of meat, I'm hoping.
So you
Come and help you, brothers.
have some dried meat.
Thank you,
and,
Olga.
herbs and bread and those kind of things that the elders have given you prior to your departure. But if you want to forage anything else, that's absolutely fine.
Grizz, could you find some berries?
Well, hang on a minute. When did I become like Berry Master General? Like that's just not like the.
Well, I'll do the cooking. You do the foraging. Unless you want to live on rations.
I mean, it's better to live on rations than under the yoke of tyranny. I kind of feel like.
Very well, guys.
Oh, I wander off, muttering under my breath to go and grab some berries.
About Lovak's boar, no?
Wild pig.
I don't think the dead boar can get the berries.
Lovak, what are you doing?
Unpacking the wild boar. Oh, wild pig.
So as you start to pull that out of your bag, you start to see that the meat is really starting to smell. It's, as you pull it out, it looks brown and rotten, and you actually see maggots crawling through parts of the meat.
Oh, look, it's becoming to get delicious. Here, Cathbad. Have one. Extra protein, they say.
Maybe I'll wait for the berries.
Yourself.
Are there no animals? Are there no animals around?
Give me a perception check. I'll see how good your eyes are, yeah.
Okay.
So you look out to the distance, there's nothing but snow and stuff there. There's no chance. So you're just like, nah, there's nothing. There's a rock that you could lick.
Hey, Cathbad, maybe there's some lichen on this.
I was joking about that. That's my that's what I ran away from, that kind of food. That's why I joined the guild.
Get away from lichen.
Yeah, parents' cookery. It's not the greatest. You've seen what all these druids eat.
So the boar is off the table. I mean, not for Lovak, clearly, but...
The
Does
boar.
anyone
Me
else have any
personally.
meat?
The boar is off the table.
Go around. Sure.
Rodison, what do you need?
Any kind of meat will do. Fresh worms.
Maggots?
I mean, I've eaten worse.
I haven't.
Spoiled little monk.
That's my whole essence, Bruderson.
Could you make the maggots into something that doesn't look or taste like maggots, so that we can just pretend it's chicken or something?
I don't think even boar could do that. This dried meat, we can eat the dried meat.
Easy.
We've got dried meat, we'll just eat some dried meat with everything, right?
Maggots taste like chicken anyway.
Spoken from experience.
Once held up in a siege for 200 days. All we had was maggots in the end.
I'll be fine.
I mean, I'm intrigued. I want to find more about this siege later on.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So as you sort of bicker around about your evening's tasty treats, you start to bed down for the evening. Is there anything that you guys want to do before you head to bed? Is anybody gonna keep watch? Is anybody, are you keeping the fire on and huddling around the warmth? Because the air around you, as mentioned, has got bitterly cold now. Like they said, that brisk wind and breeze has even started to cause follicles of like the ends of your hair to start to crystallize. So
I don't think it'd be very us if we started taking watch now just because it's a bit cold.
No way. I'm in the tent, checking the furs over me.
I mean, if I can stay by the fire, I don't think my race needs to sleep. I think they just meditate for a bit.
you do. You have a shorter long rest. than
Yeah,
most.
4 hours, right? Yeah, rather than.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stay by the fire and just, catch up on your adventure notes.
Because we haven't had a chance to catch up properly on some of this stuff. I have put a rule of cool thing in where if you tell me you're doing something like, I don't know, learning another language or doing those kind of things like a skill, and you spend in your short rests and long rests learning those things, we'll add it up into a skill upgrade later on.
Oh, nice. Okay. Can I spend the night making people like woolly masks so they got nice warm faces?
Why, certainly.
I think I've got rope at least I could make into something.
If you feel you've got the supplies to do so.
Oh my god.
I mean, you have been given extra hides and furs by the druids for your journey.
Alright, yeah. I'll take a few pieces and make everybody some face coverings.
Cool.
Now I'm feeling slightly bad about it. Like, no, I'm just going to bed. That's that,
Yeah, but I've only just started my adventure. Do you know what I mean? I'm still full of optimism.
I can only do.
Battle weary.
I can only do bursts of optimism. I'm afraid I can't keep it up.
No matter. It's my thanks for you guys letting me join your adventure.
I don't have anything to attune to right now, so sleep time, I think.
So,
Yes.
Olga, sorry to interject there,
It's okay.
because it probably, everybody would have been sort of questioning it anyway, but you bumped into Scomron on the way back to, or the way out of Kendif, right?
Yes.
So that's why you're with the group, is that right?
Oh yeah, I missed that bit, yeah. So I'm here because I bumped into Scomron and then he said, there's a great bunch of lads going up the mountain and you should go and join them because you're bored and you want to practice your spells and you haven't got many friends, you just hang around with these ducks all the time. And so then he was like, they went that way, and then I kept going until I found you. It just took me a while. Yeah, so that's how I found you. It's not magic. It's Scomron.
That's Gumrun.
That's the
Oh,
tagline, isn't it?
Scomron is magic. Yeah.
That's some amazing improv there, thank you, Em.
You're welcome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Great. So, Olga, you are staying awake. Is
Mhm.
anybody else staying partly awake or doing rotations or anything? Did we say?
I'm becoming proficient in sleeping.
Yes, we know this.
Sleeping curl next to the fire.
Next to the fire, as Olga is sort of watching over you, crafting things out of fur. Your one eye slightly opening out of like a little bit of sort of, I don't know, discontent that she's crafting stuff out of fur. But but other than that, you're at ease. So yeah, okay. Just confirm Broderson, Cathbad, Grizz as well. You're just going to sleep.
So before I go to sleep, I would like to just write down the herb mix that the druids showed me back
Yeah.
at the town.
I mean, you're
Oh.
quite proficient in, observing that kind of stuff. So you got a good read on what Favren was making. And it seemed to... I'll message you separately in terms of what that elixir seemed to do.
Can I? There's one thing that's been on my mind for a while. I picked up that sword a while back, and we didn't get a chance to identify it. Could I use some time to kind of study the sword with the dragon handle that I was drawn to a while back? Maybe use some of my time for that.
I mean, you did read the sword. I mean,
Mhm.
the only thing you can probably do at this point is try and attune to it.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe if I get up early to do that, maybe rather than do it now. But yeah, maybe get up early in the morning, just try and attune to it.
Can I just briefly try and make a quick sketch of the mountains from what I remember from my vision,
Yeah, of course.
like the mountain range? So just do that for a bit, and then I'm gonna go to bed after that.
Yeah.
So I've got a little sketch of it.
Great. So between Grizz waking up early, you going to bed late, and Olga staying up, I think you're probably covering yourself in terms of most of the night, which is quite fortunate for Drent, who normally falls asleep doing most of this stuff. But I'm not going to roll at disadvantage this time.
Come on.
And as you all sort of make your way to sleep for the evening, there's a period where even Olga goes into a sense of meditation, and the world around becomes absent to all of you, and you may all press your long rest buttons. Except for... No, I'm joking. No, yeah, you've all had a restful night's sleep. You did not get interrupted during the evening whatsoever. If anything, the sort of brisk wind that was lifting, but you were sheltered, you just hear the slight whistles of the wind howling in the mountain peaks. That's it. Which for Lovac, I think, is like a meditation.
Yeah, I suppose. Not quieter than at home. There's no goblins in Ural.
Great, so with that, I just realised we're at an hour and a half into the session, so let's take a short break, a 5-minute break. We'll reconvene at 22, so we got 5 minutes, and we'll pick up the second half of the session. So thanks everyone, and we'll catch you again shortly.
Nice one.
Excellent, thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. Great, so yeah, we've had a couple of minutes break there, and we're gonna rejoin our adventurers as they head into the Forgotten Mountain Ranges. So yeah, you've woken up the next morning, sort of haven't encountered any difficulties during the night. Well rested. You've all actually got to take a full long rest. Drent, can I ask you to make a wisdom or perception check, please?
Wait,
This is
that's
the
two.
this is the RNG to say screw you for messing me over last session with your inspirational speech to everyone ahead of the Harpies. So what goes around comes around, huh? So you wake up with a similar feeling to the night before. You've had these dreams, and you can't make head or tail of them. But it's happened since you met that Fomorian. And yeah, you've just woken up in a almost, you haven't had a drink, but you feel hungover. Like, it hurts to look at now what is, when you look outside, piercing sunlight off snow. So the brightness around you, like a well-lit room, is just searing your eyes and giving you a powerful headache.
I better go see my buddy Broderson, that really good chef. Which is obviously what I'll do.
What can I do for you, Drent?
I was wondering if you could make that drink that the druid showed you. Try and help me out as I'm struggling again.
What drink is this?
The elixir the druid showed you. Don't think it could be any more clearer than that. I don't think they showed you more than one.
I don't know if I recall. Was it before the fabulous hog roast that I made, or was it after?
I don't know. I didn't get the hog roast. All I saw was berries and nuts.
Oh, that fine meal. And the elixir, maybe it's coming to mind.
Oh, can you get him to
jog,
it for me?
Can you jog my memory a little bit more?
Yeah, and I'm gonna cast suggestion on him.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, I suggest you do it now. I'm not gonna say that, but I am gonna cast suggestion and say, I'm sure this will help.
So that's a saving throw.
Yep. Which unfortunately sucks at the moment.
Is it a
because,
wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, of 14.
Oh. And hang on,
Will I use my inspiration point?
if he fails,
You'll know
Or
I'll do
if
it either way.
if he succeeds, does he know you've done it?
He knows I did it either way, I think. Once
Oh,
I've
is
done
it?
it. Yeah.
Am I rolling? Am I rolling?
It sounds like it. He's not receding on it. And I'm not gonna say no. So.
There we go. You passed anyway.
Silvery badge.
Yeah, go on, Ed. Silvery badge. I was gonna give him a minus d8, and I thought that'd be too harsh. So go on, yeah, I'll silvery barbs it then, Jeff. Well, I'm smashing. For my
So gonna
special.
do inspiration now. You know that. Do you?
What does silvery bobs do?
You roll it again and take the lowest one.
Okay.
Basically disadvantage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey.
Go on.
No, go on. Do you want to do anything or not?
Dorent, just joking with you. I'll have it whipped up before you know it.
Thank you. That's just cost me 2 spell slots first thing in the morning. Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
This potion better be worth it.
Wow, the headache I've got, it definitely is.
Would it be a medicine check for this, Mike?
For what?
To create the elixir.
Yeah. Go on, give me a check. Am I correct though? You got advantage. You proficient in herbal alchemy.
I've got a herbalism kit, and I have.
Given I know, yeah, you can roll advantage. Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. So the 13 was
13?
enough anyway. So you kind of got a good read of what Elder Favren was concocting. They've given you all the materials to do it. Obviously, you didn't have long to learn, but given your proficiency, you seem to have grasped it fairly quickly and have come up with a concoction that looks about right.
Also, Gav doesn't know. It doesn't specifically say that he knows if I cast suggestion on him.
You've done it to the best of your ability with your
Nice.
short interaction with Favren.
Cool. Drunk, here you go.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I chug it.
Cool. So as you chug it, you're again similar to when you've taken the previous ones. Your head starts to lighten a little. It's lingering slightly, but nothing compared to that searing pain that was going through your head when you first woke up, before taking the elixir. So a lot more comfortable now. I would say it was so searing before that you would have had disadvantage on perception checks and everything because it was affecting your state of mind.
You realise that the only reason he passed that the first time was because of the debilitating effects I have on all my things. I'm like, no.
Which is still in play.
Yep. I got it.
And don't let anybody make him forget, okay? Because if we're in the middle of something and I forget, make sure he doesn't forget, okay?
I won't forget.
Excellent. So, yeah, you've taken the elixir and you're feeling a lot better. Does anybody else want to do anything before you start, planning your journey onwards?
I want to know what Drent was drinking. It looked fun. What are you taking there?
The elder Willana gave me an elixir 3 days ago, and it's removed some sort of curse of some sort that was plaguing my mind, but I didn't know anything much about my past, and she removed it, and now I'm slowly getting my memories, and by the looks of it, my body back, I guess. So I'm changing slightly, almost going through my teenage years by the looks of it all over again.
Yep, from the Fountain of Youth, mate.
But that level of change type of thing.
Nice.
It's causing me some hassle, I'll admit.
Do you have to take the medicine for a long time?
I don't know. It's all down to the gods.
And me.
Reassuring.
And to me too.
And Broderson.
Broderson's the key to it.
The gods rolled a 10, so he's waiting to find out what the 10 means.
A 9. The gods rolled a 9.
9. So we'll see. Cool. I know some of you were doing some other stuff, so Grizz, Cathbad, we can touch on both of you as well.
How long are we sort of hanging around, having breakfast, getting potions?
It's up to you.
No, I'm not going to do anything. I'm ready to go.
Grizz?
Yeah, I want to try and attune myself to the sword that I picked up in the dungeon a while back.
I hope it's cursed.
Sounds like there's some bad blood going on between you and
No,
Chris.
I just like teasing Mark.
Just like goading him.
Between Drent and everyone, it seems like. Drent's got in for everybody.
Drent's been ill. So.
Don't you mean Drent the Dragon Slayer?
Drent the Dragon Slayer. Hey, I'm the Fomorian Slayer now, you know.
Drent the Dragon and Giant Killer.
I heard the birds tweeting about it earlier.
I swear I made... Oh yeah, I have got it.
Can we know what it's called as well, just so we can look at the cool sword he has?
So, the item that you have and you're now attuned to overnight is called Blade of the Golden King.
Ooh.
It is a
That's-
short sword, and I shall let you explain whatever you would like to the party about its contents or its abilities.
Have you messaged me on details or?
No, but if you go to add it to your
Okay, yeah, I'll add that now.
you should get it because I created a homebrew item for it.
Yeah, okay.
So let me know if you can't find it because I think I've set the settings right.
I think I've got it, yeah. Okay, can I just have a quick look at it in a moment then so I can decide what I want to say? Okay,
Of course. So everybody else, you're all happy. Lovac, was there anything you wanted to do as you sort of woken up by the campfire?
Ready to go.
Ready to
Yeah.
Do this.
Oh, can I hand everybody a mask?
Oh, yeah.
I made you some fluffy, furry masks. Fluffy if you want them, got them too. Just when I guess a bit cold. Hope they help.
Thank you.
I hope
Olga.
these aren't made from down, are they?
I would never make clothing from my friends.
That's good
No
to
offense,
know.
Slovak, I don't know you well enough yet.
He'd have a lot of blood on there. If it was mine.
That's so grim.
Wouldn't go down without a fight, would you, Lovac?
On the food I eat. Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so this new sword I've got, it's got extra powers against fighting dragons.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Makes me think we might be fighting the dragon because this is all connected to Boar as well, this sword. I feel like everything we've been given has been leading to stuff that we're going to face, right?
Who's the mighty dragon slayer? I like it.
Yeah. I'm really glad to have it, but yeah, it makes me think we've got a really challenging time ahead.
Isn't it Trent the Dragon Slayer?
I mean, there's more than one dragon. Can't kill them all.
Can't hurt to have more than one in the party.
True.
Yeah.
A party of Dragon Slayers, eh?
Could have quite a fierce reputation ahead of us, right?
Yeah, Creydor has not seen our ilk before.
Budding adventurers that think highly of themselves. I love it. Great. So we'll see what comes ahead. Let's see who survives. Yeah, you have obviously settled down for the evening and awoken fresh and eerie-eyed. You still get that gripping cold feeling when you awaken. So despite the fire being up all night, there is still that chilling aura and cold around you. The snow is lightly started to fall on the area that you're in. So as I said, earlier, when you're sort of trudging through the snow, it's pretty much the only sounds you can hear other than echoes of distant whispers and sounds through the echoes of the mountains. As you continue on your journey, this pretty much carries on for a short few miles, and you reach a point, as you hit the side of one of the mountain regions, and a small valley opens up ahead of you. You're surrounded by rocky mountains and outcrops as you've continued that ascent higher into the mountains. To your west, the mountain has given way to what looks like a avalanche of snow, taking debris and forest trees and rocks and the likes along with it. And to your east you see the glistening of a small frozen over lake beneath the shadow of the eastern cliff face, as the dim light of the sun shines from its surface. Can you all roll me a perception check, please, as I flip you on to the next map? And I'm going to switch the overlay over to the battle overlay.
This one's a bit different, isn't it?
We should be able to slide along this ice. Greater movement speed, right?
But then you can't stop it when you
1d4 damage hitting the rock face on the other side.
Can we challenge the monsters to a snowball fight instead?
One monsters. So yeah, you've all rolled perception. Oh god, Olga nailed it there.
Yes.
One of your first rolls, and probably of all the rolls, like so far, the most important to roll for. So
okay.
a great start to your career within the party. Yeah, so this valley has opened up. I said you've got what looks to be like an avalanche that's broken through the mountains to your west, and you see like a frozen over lake to your east as the sun is glistening off it. And as you start to take in that captivating surrounding that Nahorn mentioned to you, you look ahead and see something moving in the snow.
Yeti.
Oh, Yeti. You see a polar bear
Cool.
roaming around the lower end of the avalanche, its nose tight to the floor as if rummaging around for food amongst the debris of what looks to be a recent avalanche collapse. What would you like to do?
That's bad. You know a lot about bears, don't you?
That's polar bear I've seen.
Does that mean you could be a polar bear now?
I think the magic does work like that, yes.
Is your magic, if you see it, you can be it? Is that your...
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
As you all start to talk about this, it continues to sniff around. Its nose turns from the snow beneath to a fresh scent that now wafts its way through the air towards it.
Can I cast
it's
like a
the
nature
ball.
check to see if like I know how it's gonna react or anything?
I will
No,
allow
it's a bit
you
too
to.
late now.
I will allow you to use your, I guess, perception check.
Oh, okay.
Or
Another
roll
one?
me a fresh perception check to sort of you're observing it as everybody's talking to you. But essentially,
Just to sort of answer what Grizz asked.
yeah, its nose goes from the ground as that fresh scent now fills the space around it, and its head pops up. It sees you all against the snowy backdrop and lets out a furious roar.
Could you
I don't think you need me to tell you what this bear's thinking now, Grizz.
could you like become one of them and then be like, yeah, like I'm a polar bear and I'm hanging around with these humans. That's totally cool, right? You should do it as well. That kind of thing.
Maybe I can do better than that.
As it begins to charge towards you.
Can I cast a spell? It's gotta be within.
At this
90.
point, I am going to ask you all to roll initiative, please.
Oh,
Cases.
Sorry, I do need to put the initiative turn order up. And if you can click your characters beforehand, if not, I'll add you all manually. Okay, I've added you all. I'll get rid of that extra Lovac.
2 Lovacs.
Have we got double Drent as well? Okay, there we go.
I did bump mine down to 10 from 11. Stupid game.
Yeah.
Ah, didn't work.
I can't put mine in, sorry.
Oh, no, sorry.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, Lovac.
Yeah.
Mine's playing up a little bit there.
Can't put mine in.
Yeah, mine's being weird. There we go.
Yeah, you can't edit it at the same time.
That's yeah, that's why we're all getting it at once.
Mine's just broke.
Can you click on your token?
My token. Yes.
Oh,
No,
it did,
no,
and
I
you can
can't
move
actually.
it, yeah? No, I think Mike needs to give you permission then.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're a new player. So there you go. You should have access now.
Yeah.
And also, I just realised the one at home for the stream can't see everything that's going on. It's going to be a quite zoomed out version right now for the benefit of the stream, but we'll zoom in as the battle progresses. You've just heard this bellowing roar from this polar bear as it starts to stare you down, and Broderson, you've reacted the quickest to this. You are up.
All good.
As it looks like. Oh. Sorry. Didn't change the order. So yeah, Olga, sorry, you are the quickest to react to this as you see the bear looking like it's gonna charge towards you.
Oh, me. Alright.
Well, charge towards the party.
Okay.
Because you're all quite grouped right now.
That is fine. I'd like to cast a spell to put it to sleep. But it works within 90 feet. So I gotta wait until he's 90 feet away and then hope for the best.
Do you know how to use the ruler in Roll20?
I'll have a go. Ruler. Oh, he's slightly fat. So once he gets below, or she, I will go for it.
So you're going to hold an action? So you can hold your action if you would like.
Yeah.
So when the bear charges, when it gets to that point, you can trigger your spell, or you can move forward now and trigger your spell if you would like.
Oh, go on, I'll move forward. Can I move my character?
Of course you can.
I'm gonna run to here and try not to slip. And then, come on. I'm on ruler, hang on. Ruler, right, come on. Here we are. Cha 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 cha. I'm gonna move to here. And then here's. There we go. And then I'm gonna cast sleep. And I've got. This is where I'm a bit confused because I've got sleep as a first level, a second level, a third level, or a fourth level. Does anyone know?
So when you look at
what level?
sleep, when you go to the bottom, it will tell you what the additional level effects will do.
Right.
So if you
okay.
don't need to use a high level spell, don't.
Fine, yeah, I will do it at level 1 for now. Let's have a go.
Yeah, so at high levels, when you cast this spell using the slot of second level or higher, roll an additional 2d8 for each slot level above first. So, yeah, the 5d8 total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. So yeah, you would roll a 5d8.
Right. So if I do cast, does that work?
No, it's
Or if you
No, it's
if
coming
you
up
cast
with
it at fourth level, you would roll
7, 8,
13
9,
d8.
10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah.
11, isn't it? 11.
11. Yeah, you're right, Mark.
So what do I need to type into this box?
So you're going to roll it at first level, yeah?
Yes.
So you would get a 5d8 roll at first level. So it would kind of be on your understanding of what, I don't know, the power of a creature.
Because a polar bear is a big, it's a big creature.
So if you feel like a first level spell isn't going to be enough,
That's what I
then
was
you
thinking.
can roll a higher level spell.
Okay.
So for every level you go above, you can go from a 5d8 and add a 2d8. So next level would be a 7d8, the next level after that 9d8, and the level after that 11d8.
It's tough because I just added polar bear to my wild shape, so I think I know what the number needs to be, but I'm not going to say.
Yeah. No metagaming.
So
By just,
Okay.
I mean I did it instantly as soon as it came on screen.
So yeah, it's kind of what you feel. And I know it's hard, like as a first time player, like perhaps not understanding the strengths of creatures and stuff like that. So, you know, maybe like how you would feel you would need to cast this.
I think a polar bear is a big creature, but he's not a big monster. So I'm gonna go for. I'd say 2, but to be on the safe side, I'm gonna go for a level 3,
Okay.
and
Sounds
then look
reasonable.
at Colin's poker face.
Colin's slight nod as you said that. I approve.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still got to roll the dice though, so it doesn't, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the thing I'm.
Don't roll at 9d1s, okay?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, because this is the thing I'm having trouble with. Is I don't know how to do this roll.
Oh.
I don't know what to do on D&D Beyond to make it.
Is there anything on the D&D Beyond to do? Because otherwise you can do slash roll
It's-
So the
9d8
best one,
and-
right, is
It
to
says cast, but it does this again.
If you click on it, then it brings up a side menu, and then it has like a
Display in
little dice.
BTT.
When it says like the roll and then it says 5d8, you can just click on the 5d8, right? You can click on it in
Yeah.
roll 20
In
as
the
well.
chat,
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
You can also do this, Em. So as you see in the chat there, you could do that
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
without
I need the full
without
stop?
the full stop.
Without the full stop. 2 seconds. Yes.
Oh, you got 3
Did I do
ones and 2 8s.
Mm.
Is he going to sleep?
You
One
get
sec. What?
Get a
One sec.
modifier on that as well.
What's the modifier, Chris?
It's a question. I actually don't know.
No, but what I am going to do is actually roll the polar bear's hit points rather than use the default hit points. So
Okay.
So, unfortunately, I rolled a 43. Sorry.
Jesus.
Which was one higher than the default
Oh.
42. Unfortunately, as the sort of spell targets this creature, it doesn't seem to have an impact. For a brief moment, it sort of shakes his head, but then carries on his furor of.
Does it feel? Wow. Does it feel like it's gonna want a nap soon, at least? You know, like a bit of sluggish. You know.
As it looks at you, Grizz. How about that? Sorry, I need to practice on my polar bear. All right, I'll start watching some more David Attenborough. I'm sorry. All right. Olga, would you like to do anything else?
No, I should probably move back if I can, but to be fair, this is my fault, so I'll stay forward. It's all right.
Okay. It was a good call, though. It was a good spell.
What was the?
You
Just
still have
out of
movement, right?
curiosity, Carl. What was the stats that you got for the polar bear when you looked up?
Oh, I think Mike said it already, didn't
42.
he? 42 is the default, yeah.
But I rolled a 43.
Oh,
So
I
yeah,
don't
it
sound-
has
help you.
I
yeah.
had no chance. Oh, fair enough. No, I'm all right, thank you.
Broderson, you're up.
So I am going to hold my action, and gonna wait for Lovak to make a move. He's sort of immediately to my left, and just gonna wait for him to make his move before I work out which direction I want to go in.
Okay. So, as you hold your action, the polar bear sort of, again in his furor, is looking towards you, starts to charge. And as it starts to charge towards you, you see a strange rumbling in the snow beneath the avalanche.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
And even the polar bear is caught off guard by this and looks over as the snow erupts from this avalanche and sends snow and debris spiraling into the air, and a giant creature appears before it and consumes the polar bear.
Ah,
Oh, that's all right then. We're all sorted, right?
I hope there's still some meat there left for us.
I like bears.
Oh,
I know you do, Catbird.
I was gonna talk to it.
what?
What?
Those graphics.
Why did that look so sinister?
What is that thing?
I don't want to know.
So, what you see before you this giant creature, and I just realised my browser window's all closed down earlier. So a proper description and a picture actually. I don't know. It's almost like this snake-like. That's the best way to describe it. Almost like a giant centipede, but it's got the head of like almost like a cobra. So these fins spread out from its head down to its sort of neck area, yeah, it just seems to be pulsating with this just, I don't know, a little bit of steam coming out of its mouth and like a mix between like almost like a lizard and a centipede. I don't know how best to describe it beyond that. But as its mouth opens up, it's got this insectoid, like, I don't know, these big antennas and like these big beady eyes and these sharp, jagged teeth as it has just consumed this polar bear before you. And I don't think any of you, perhaps other than Lovac, do you want to give me a...
Oh, yeah?
Do you want to give me a... I don't know, let's go for a history or wisdom check just to see if you've heard stories about these creatures. They're not common to your neck of the woods, but you might know of them living in the
What
hills.
check? Sorry, nature. Do you say or
No,
history?
wisdom or history or something. Yeah, or nature, if nature works for you.
Well, it's a 6-point difference, so
So whatever you feel, I'm giving you an option.
cool.
Being
Nature, I got
generous
+7, so I'll do that.
Cool. So you kind of like look at it and you're like, oh my god, that's a Remoras.
Guys, that's the Remorash.
So you know it as an Arctic predator, a creature that stalks its prey from beneath the snow. It's, I don't know, it's got this internal body heat around it, like that. What you've heard, that it consumes animals and just tears them apart in its stomach. So that's pretty much all you know about it. So it's a deadly beast.
It's a stealthy predator, guys. Watch out.
Can't talk to that.
One thing I will say to you, Lovac, is you know this is a young one
Okay,
from its size and from what you've viewed.
and it's big.
It's big, but it's young.
That looks like a small Remorash. Is that what it's? Remorash.
A Remorash, yeah.
Remorash. So they can get bigger. So keep your
My,
eyes peeled. That's a baby. Mummy's around the corner.
So I'll reset the turn order after it's done. But yeah, it is at the bottom.
fight or run?
Right in the turn order.
Did that finish its turn then, Mike, once it attacked?
Yeah, so as it attacked the polar bear, that finished
Okay.
its turn. So next up is Grizz.
Okay. Wow. I'm going to use my action to dash, so I can do 90 feet of movement, which will get me right up to it. So it'll get me to there basically. So yeah, I think I'm going to move up there first of all. Just use my dash, and I am going to use my bonus action to activate Boar's Light. So I'm going to look up to the sky, breathe in deeply for a second, and say, Boar's Light from within. And I'm just going to try and stand there and lock up the creature a little bit so that everyone else can have a bit of a chance to have a kind of think about it, really.
If you crit.
Oh no, I can't attack this round because I've used my action. And yeah, no, I've got to use a bonus action to activate the weapon, and yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna lock
Okay.
it down from
So I'm just going to try and hold it back a bit. So yeah.
Okay. Trent, you're up.
Lovak, it looks like that meal's gone. That stupid beast took it. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet, and then just take a shot at it at long range with my hand crossbow. So at disadvantage.
Is that because you're a certain distance away?
Yeah. Oh, that didn't work through there. Did it? No. It's dumb.
How far are you?
Yeah.
60 feet away.
Either way, I got like a nat 1.
You get a nat 1.
I got a nat
Again.
1.
That's your third nat
Yep.
1 tonight.
That was at disadvantage though, so I got a 9 and a 1. So
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know why I didn't roll on D&D Beyond, but it rolled on the.
Okay. So, as you sort of set yourself up there on the ice to take that shot, you slip slightly on the snow, and as your bolt fires over, it hits Grizz in the side. And what is the power of your crossbolt?
The damage would be
I can use a reaction to deflect missiles.
Yeah, so it would have been 5 damage.
Yeah, so I get 1d10 plus 11 on that. So let me roll that a second. So yeah, hopefully that should be. There we go. So I got 13, didn't I? So yeah, that doesn't do any damage to me.
Can you do anything with that though?
You could send it back.
I could send it back. Yeah, I
Send
could
it
do that.
Mm.
I don't think I can send it to another. I don't think I can redirect the attack. I think I can just send it back to the attacker.
Right now, fuck it.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want to
Okay.
redirect it to the creature as you grab it, I'm gonna let it happen.
Stab him, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if I reduce it to 0 and I'm free, yeah, actually I can. I think I can actually because it says you can spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack as with the monk weapon. Cool. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to deflect that. I'm going to deflect that missile. And 12 to hit.
12 to hit. Oh, damn, it misses.
Ah, that's a shame.
That would be
With-
cool.
Worth a try. Yeah, we'll have to keep that move in mind for the future.
Yeah.
Well, that was awesome. Shame it didn't hit.
Do you know that's the first time I've got to use a deflect missile the whole campaign?
Nice.
Just shoot Grizz guy.
Should just hit automatically, I think.
And somehow you can't avoid this creature, and it takes 12 points of damage. No, unfortunately not. But okay, anything else?
That ends my turn. No, that ends my
You're
turn.
up.
Oh, I think I should try and flank this thing. I'm gonna dash. Where am I gonna dash? I'm gonna dash over here. Is this snow okay to walk on?
I mean, you can see that it looks to be a frozen over lake.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you've seen the snow. You can tell the difference between the snow and like almost what looks like, snow-topped, icy exterior. You can see glistens, like almost like crystals, glistening off the right-hand side of the map.
Okay. I want to stay back a little bit to start with. Do I have any bonus actions I can do at range? Just as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Magic Stone, So I'm going to pick up 3 pebbles. I'm guessing there's going to be at least some sort of pebbles even in the snow and the ice, or just blocks of ice maybe.
Of course, there's debris all
Snowballs.
You can see
Snowballs,
from the
yeah.
ground there's debris
Yeah.
from this avalanche that's taken through this like little outcrop of this valley. Yeah.
I mean, I think we had this discussion ages ago, but I've been playing it that I can pick them up as one turn and then throw them on my next turn. Is that fair to play it like that, or can I just throw one of them now?
What does the spell say?
I don't know. It's quite unclear. Like, you touch 1 to 3 pebbles imbued with magic, you or someone else can make a ranged spell attack with one. So I would assume that, like, if someone else wants to make it, I'd have to be next to them to give it to them, right?
So you have to give it to somebody else and they can use it on their next throw, but to me I read that you can use that on your throw.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna throw one of them for now. Just keep 2 handy. So
You've
let's.
got one in your hand, so you could be passing the other ones to people around you, or you could pass 3 to other people around you. So you actually have her in your hand, so you can make a
Yeah.
spell attack. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Cool. I'll just do 1 then.
Okay.
Well, no good anyway.
Yeah, so as you sort of throw this stone, this creature is sort of thrashing round now as it sees Grizz beneath it, and it misses as it flies just past
Okay.
its fins.
Too far for Grizz to catch.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I've already used my reaction, so.
Lovac, you're up.
I'll turn to Broderson and say, "Let's go!" And I'll take a dash action to get to there. And I will pull out the short crossbow, or the hand crossbow, sorry. Take aim, fire at this massive millipede.
And as you fire, 21 hits.
I get sneak attack.
Because Grizz is in 5 feet, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you hit for 18 points of damage as this bolt hits it in the sort of area between its head and its sort of torso, and it lets out a howling. You're all
Amazing.
awake now, yeah? So that's 18 points of damage.
Sweet.
Any further action?
So I'm gonna. Sorry, go on.
No,
What?
sorry. Do you
Look,
wanna-
go for it, Lovac. Any more from you?
Oh, sorry. No, I'm done. It's on you now.
So I'm gonna follow hot on the heels of Lovac after holding my action.
Yeah.
And good shot, Lovac. Good shot. And from here, throw my boning knife at the creature.
Shit.
I just realised I should have had disadvantage
Why?
on that crossbow attack.
You are range.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's done. Just learn next time, yeah.
Cool.
So, and also you're gonna pay for it now. So, as Broderson sort of gets his knife ready to throw at the creature, again, the slippery snow/ice that is beneath your feet, you lose your footing and you let loose the knife into Lovac's back.
Oh.
And you take whatever the damage of that knife is, please.
So it is 1d4 plus 2.
Does he
At
get
least-
sneak attack because an ally is next to him as well?
At least you'll be able to recover it easily.
What's with all of you and your nat ones today, by the way? It's awful.
Oh, stabbed in the back.
So yeah, all of a sudden, Luke,
No.
you get this like dagger in your back.
No, I'm sorry, Lovac.
Is this because of the medallion?
No, the boar. Wasted good meat.
Okay, I'm with that. Bronson, any further action?
No.
Olga, you're up.
Can I dash? I've been looking on my page for ages and I can't see a dash move.
And in fact, sorry.
It's an action. Unless you've got it as a bonus action as well, which
Sorry, that's the top of the turn order, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's under actions in combat. But
I got actions in combat. I got dash.
Yeah.
That means I can do it. Perfect. Thank you, I'm there. And how far can I dash? Sorry, I've never dashed before.
it doubles your movement
Yeah.
speed.
Doubles my move, so I can do. I've got 35, so I can do 70 if I need to.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. I don't know if you can see. Can you see my ruler moving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go by there. And then,
Before you take that move,
yes,
because it is the top of the turn order,
yeah.
as you are starting to preempt that move towards the creature you see at the top, the avalanche of snow begins to grow again. As you see
Here we
this
go.
mound of snow start to pummel like a, I don't know, again, like a fresh avalanche is forming before you. And as this avalanche starts to tumble down, a creature comes bursting out of the snow, substantially larger than the creature you're currently fighting.
And eats the creature that we were fighting.
And appears before. That's bad.
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
Oh
Really like that
my
pincer location.
As
god. Yeah.
it literally swoops down to consume you whole, as its mouth opens wide with its jagged teeth, the size of, I don't know, imagine a giant whale, right? It is just huge, and it just looks to do a dive bomb onto you as it's just erupted from the snow. And while it does that, I need to be grappled first. Okay. So, it swipes at you. For
Fuck. I wasn't prepared for this. I was about to be the next turn.
We thought we were fighting a polar bear. I knew that was too good to be true. Just
Yeah.
a polar bear roaming.
I rolled a 19 plus its modifier, so does a 30 hit?
Does a 30 hit? Yes.
Okay, so you take 35 points of damage.
Oh, is that all?
Jesus.
Oof.
Oh god. And 13 points of fire damage.
And 13 points of fire damage.
Mhm.
And nothing else?
The rolls ridiculous. You are now grappled.
Oh, okay.
Which means your speed is now 0. You can't benefit from any sort of bonus to your speed. So obviously you can only escape now if somebody frees you from it, or until the grapple ends.
Just the 90% of my health gone then, that's fine.
It rolled really good, sorry man. You know it's bad when 2 times in a row green numbers pop up and you're like, oh shit. So yeah, sorry.
So how is it, can I just ask, how is it grappling me?
So it
In it-
currently now has you in a bite. So as
Oh.
its like gigantic mouth has
Jesus.
come
Oof.
over you, it's just like, and it's just try to attempt to consume you.
That's right, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve, he says.
Okay. So Olga, sorry, you want to carry on your move now that you've seen what's happened before you, as the disbelief in your face now.
No, I'd like to dash in another direction.
Away from
I-
the group, back
No,
with
no.
the Shala.
That would be great. I'm gonna dash. I can go up to double, but I don't have to do double, right?
You don't have to do double, no.
Okay, I'm gonna go 55 feet, so I'm here by this Goliath thing, and then I would.
That would be your action though, right? If you dash, just to just to say you
That's
might
it.
not
I
be,
can't do a spell then, is it?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, you can only do things that are listed as bonus actions if you
Right,
use the
two.
dash.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
So if
See
something
how-
takes your action, you can't do your spell.
Right.
Some spells are bonus actions, though.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Right, okay, let me have a look at this. So if I just use normal movement, I would go there, and then he is 25 feet away.
So that creature, yeah,
Yeah,
is about 25 feet from that
about
location
20
you just pinged.
from where I'd be. Okay, because I want to.
It's got a 9 hit box, so that's a 3x3 square.
Right.
Oof.
Okay. Jesus.
It's
I want
giant, by the way, and I will ping the picture of the creature in the chat.
Please. I want to cast the spell Reduce to make it. The target size is halved in all dimensions,
Nice.
and its waste is reduced to 1/8 of normal, just to take some pressure off whatever bit of Caspar is squirting his mouth.
Just my neck.
Jeez, you're dead already. So it says to cast on VT, so I'm gonna cast that one. I've only got that at 2nd level. So let me have a go at this, see if it works.
So it
What
needs to
happened?
make a DC 14.
Yeah. Oh, that's a horrible picture.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like that.
It's an 18.
Ah, Jesus. Alright.
I'm gonna go all out to try and get this guy off me.
Here. Here.
Zoom this in now. Cool. Okay, so Brodusson, you're up.
So I am going to give Lovak a pat in the back, sort of brush him off, check the wound on his back. Lovak, you okay?
I'm not talking to you.
I am sorry, my friend. But we must move on with the fight and pick up the bone-in knife and move dash, I think, over to Hugh and try and mount the creature and kind of climb up onto its neck.
Okay.
So I've got a fair bit of extra movement because the dash is free.
Okay.
Then do you need anything from me in terms of being able to climb on this thing's neck?
I'd say as you're doing it, give me something like an athletics check or a strength check or dexterity check, wherever you feel fits in with the type of action you're taking.
So acrobatics?
Yeah, I'll go with that. As long as you give me a twirl as you're doing it. Yes. A 10, yeah?
Yeah.
So I think that just about makes it. At first you like sort of put one of your daggers into it, but you manage to get your grip and you start to climb on top of this creature.
And then once I'm sort of in position, just want to try and cut into its cheek area, and in a sort of slicing motion. Cathbad, I'll get you.
Okay. So do you want to roll to hit? And you are now atop this creature as well. So just so you.
And I believe I'll get advantage because Cathbad is nearby. And in addition, where is it?
Occupying the same space as a dodgy law, but I'm gonna allow it. Because it's cool.
So I'll get anatomical understanding as well.
Yeah, go for it. So the 18 hits. And what you do, 15 point. What about your?
So that'll be sorry, I've done that in the wrong order there.
Your attack damage and your basically your sneak attack.
Yeah.
So the 18 hits. That was your advantage, your 18 and your 15, was it? Oh no, the 15 was damage.
The 18 was the hit. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button for
You've got advantage. Do you want to roll
for the sneak attack.
just in case you get a crit?
Yep.
Oof. It's about to roll,
Close.
but yeah. So 6 and 11 is 17 points of damage.
So where does the 15 come in?
The 15, I misclicked something.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
And then with my other hand, so I get to attack with that as well. So that's a 13.
Fortunately, as you sort of got that good hit with your boning knife, you tried to cut across, but the creature swoops up and you just lose your grip slightly, and as you slice in with your cleaver, it misses.
Cool. That is it from me.
Okay.
Is there any movement on Cathbad being able to get out of the jaws of steel?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It's had no impact, unfortunately.
Oh, jeez.
Not that I can see anyway within the rules. So, yes, next up is, we go back to the north of the map, the young Remoraz that's currently engaged with.
Cute baby one.
Yeah, and it just turns its sort of open, wide mouth towards Grizz as if fresh meat for a fine hunt. And oh god, I've been missing something this entire time. But yeah, it goes for a bite and oh, I crit. 26.
26 damage or to hit. Yeah, obviously that hits. Yeah.
26 hits, and you take, so it's double. Oh god. Oh shit. So it's 2, 4, 4, 10, 44 points of damage.
Yeah.
44 points of damage.
It crit, sorry,
Oh,
man.
wow.
And on top of that, if it was
Oh no!
you take 7 points of fire damage.
Okay. That's changed my plan somewhat.
Sorry. Like, it crit. I can't control crits, so.
Okay.
But that's its turn, is it? It's just focusing on you. Next up, Grizz.
Okay, so I'm going to use my wholeness of body, which allows me to regain 21 HP as my action. So yeah, that takes me up to that. And then that leaves me with my bonus action, so why the hell not go for a flurry of blows, right?
Smash him.
Yeah, so I could do that. Flurry of blows. Yeah, so let's do that.
Hits.
Okay, so that's hang on, is that rolled? Oh, it's rolled the damage. Yeah, it's rolled the damage separately. Yes, so that's 6 damage then. Yeah, okay.
What's the full?
I don't know why it's done that, but it shouldn't have.
Oh, it's rolled you double. Yeah, so 20.
Yeah, I think I must have clicked. It's the way I probably clicked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 13 for the second hit then.
The second hit, as you just flurry in, just misses.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Glances off the side of its scales. Trent.
Okay, this is looking a bit dodgy now. So Drent's gonna move up. And with a bonus action, he's going to cast Unsettling Words on the big guy. So it's minus 1d8 to its next saving throw.
If it fails.
And then with my action, I'm going to cast Drent's Psychic Lance, which is a Wisdom save, Intelligence save, sorry, of 14.
Sorry, so the 1d8 you said, is that a save?
Minus 1 to his saving throw.
So it's a straight down action. Yeah.
Yeah,
Debuff
so
to it.
you have an Intelligence saving throw to make for the ability, and then it's minus 1d8 from that check.
So I have to do an intelligence saving throw.
Yep. To beat a 14.
You picked its best stat.
That's
How
what
do
I
you
was thinking.
know, man?
Oh, really? I'm on a computer. I'm checking all its stats, you know.
Ah, shit, it rolled a 1.
Oh, fantastic.
Not on that one, but a 1.
So it takes 25 points of damage,
Now we're talking.
and on top of that, next turn it can take no actions or reactions.
Wow.
No actions.
No actions or reactions. It is.
Wow.
Thanks,
Let's
Trent.
take intelligence saving throw on a failed save. The target takes whatever it just took. And at the start of your next turn, damage, and is incapacitated until the start of your next turn. And that's my 4th level spell gone.
So it basically skips a turn, yeah?
Yep,
Okay.
that's amazing.
Cathbad,
Nicely done.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna hope I can live up to that, to be honest, because I'm gonna go for one of my new spells and see if I can do
You
something
wanna be
dangerous.
tanking him. I think you were about to get consumed.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and cast Polymorph
Yeah.
on this thing, and I want to. So it says that you can transform it into any creature equal to or lower challenge rating. So I can go to like a 0 challenge rating. So I want to try and transform it into a rat.
Oh wow.
If it's got to pass a wisdom save though, but so it
Say
probably
that
will.
again?
So I want to transform it into a rat. So I can transform it into a 0 challenge rating if it fails the wisdom save. So I'm just going to pop it in the... Oh, has it come in?
And
All these crazy things you lot can do. I can just hit things good.
So yeah, it's a DC 14.
Also, sorry, I just realised as we switched overview that I didn't have Olga's sort of stats above her head and her nameplate, so that's on the shroom now, and it will be there going forward. So sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry,
It's alright.
So what's the roll come through?
So you've got the monster has to take a wisdom save
Oh,
14. And please fail because I'm screwed if you're not.
Well, if my intelligence was anything to go through, I doubt the wisdom is going to be great. 12.
12? You rolled a 12?
Mm-hmm.
So that's failed. It's turned into a harmless rat now.
Yes.
Oh wow. Stomp on it, somebody.
The target assumes the hit points of its new form.
If those go back, he reverts, right? So don't stomp on him.
Okay.
So it now has... So it's essentially like polymorph, right? So it assumes the stats of a rat, but if you take those hit points away, it turns back into that creature. So it's only a
Yeah.
temporary effect.
Yeah.
So can we do something like freeze it
Yes.
or something like that?
Yeah. So we can't kill it now, but it's just gonna be a rat. I don't know if it's still gonna try and attack us. I suppose it will because it keeps the same alignment and personality. So, but it's fine anyway because he can't do anything on its next turn, even as a rat. So
It's also
Brodusson-
incapacitated anyway after this.
yeah. Brodusson, I'm guessing, falls to the ground after that.
True.
Oh yeah, actually, you are
Sorry,
about
Brodusson.
10 feet in the air. Can you give me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Does a nat 1 mean he lands on the rat?
So,
Could we like?
as you land on the ground, you like literally your hands slap down on the ground with the rat between your hands. Like you are centimeters from squashing the rat and turning it back in to the creature it was before.
Oh man. I am so glad that worked. So I'm not grappled anymore, right?
So you're not, yeah, you're completely free.
Okay. And as my bonus action, I am going to as my bonus action, I'm going to use Wild Shape and transform into an Allosaurus, please. Because it is a beast.
What happens if you eat the rat?
Rat's not on the menu tonight, so
Oh, Lovac there.
Have I got an Allosaurus?
and then
Last
Yeah, I think I did use it briefly, didn't I?
Ooh.
Dinosaur time. Thanks, Mike.
Oh shit.
And
Go wrong well on the wrong.
that is gonna be my turn.
Just make sure you have control over that. Controlled by Catapan. Should have Allosaurus control.
That.
Okay.
I'm mentally drained now from that
Anything else
near-death
you guys wanna do
experience.
to screw over what I had planned for this evening?
Not die.
Started so well, you took a lot of damage, and now you're all screwing me over. So.
Might go.
Yeah, Lovat, you're up.
Cool. I will run in support of Grizz. Get to there. I think he's within 10 feet. Is that
He
right?
is, yeah. It's a
Amazing.
4 square enemy.
In that case, I shall attack with the short sword, which is miss, I presume. On my offhand, I've got
you
a
get
Kapesh.
advantage, don't you? Because Grizz is within 5 feet.
No, not. It doesn't give me advantage. It gives me. If I
Sneak
hit,
attack, is
it
it?
gives me sneak
It
attack.
gives you sneak attack.
So I don't actually get the advantage. But the Kapesh is coming.
That hits.
16.
That's it.
Okay. So I do get the sneak attack as you mentioned. Oh, that's quite a lot actually, isn't it?
19.
Oh yeah, I don't get the plus my proficiency, which is so -3 from the total.
Okay. Yeah. Just taking 16 points of damage.
I think it's 27.
Oh, sorry. I'm not reading that properly, am I? 11 plus the lightning and sneak attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 27. So 24 points of damage, yeah?
So 13 minus the 3. Sorry. It's 27.
27. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah.
Awesome.
Hits. Nice. Yeah. Takes a blow as you start to slam your Kopesh into this, and a lightning strikes from the air as it.
That's a good sound. That's my turn.
Great. Appreciate it's 10 o'clock. Are you guys happy to end the combat round? Or like
Yep.
end this round
Yeah.
of combat? You got another 10 minutes in you?
Yeah.
So next up is Rat Boy, who doesn't get a go. So Olga, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. I'm
Colin,
going to.
you were so gonna be devoured by that creature, so you're so lucky.
I told you I had some tricks up my sleeve.
Sorry, Olga. Go on.
Oh no, it's alright. I'm planning what to do. I am going to walk up to. Because I want to cast something that isn't going to hurt them. I'm going to go here. Oop. This one. And then I'm going to throw my ice knife.
Ice knife? Sounds cool.
You create a shard of ice and fling it at one creature within range. Apparently. So I'm
Okay,
going
what
to.
type of damage is that, sorry?
Target takes 1d10 piercing damage.
Piercing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I succeed on a dexterity saving throw, take 2d6 cold damage. What'd I get?
So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
So it rolls a critical failure. At a 1.
So a hit?
Yes, but can you tell me again, because you mentioned something about cold damage?
Oh yeah, of course. It must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
So, as you sort of strike this creature, you can see. What's the exact spell you're using?
Ice knife.
Ice knife. So, as this ice knife strikes into this target, the blade shatters, almost as if an icy barrier surrounds this creature, and you see that your damage has no impact.
It says on Roll20 that there's a piercing and a cold element to it, so does it take any damage from piercing?
If there's a piercing damage first and then a cold damage after, give me a piercing damage, but the cold doesn't impact it.
Okay, so it's the 4 then.
4, yeah. Because I imagine the cold's like bonus damage, right?
So the 8 is the bonus damage. So yeah, it takes 4 points of damage.
Yay!
It strikes.
It did something.
Oh, that's up.
Yeah, it certainly does.
And it does let out another sort of reek as you've clearly inflicted another piece of damage on it.
And hey, 4 hit points is all I was left on when that thing was eating me, so, you know. Big
Yeah.
4
difference.
counts.
Yeah.
Would you
Okay.
like to do anything else?
I got a bonus action?
Yeah, you can use a bonus action.
I don't think I'm close enough to him, sorry. No, I'm not. Nope, nothing from me.
Okay. Broderson then, you're up.
So I am going to go pull out my sleeping sack from my bag and catch the rat.
Okay.
Give me a sleight of hand check, please. Oh,
Boom.
amazing.
Wow.
So as this creature is suddenly turned into a rat, it's like dotting around the ground, but you get your sack out and you grab it, and yeah, you now have it essentially grappled within your sack. Or restrained within your sack.
And then I'm gonna quickly throw it into my backpack and hurry off to try to fight the other creature. Can I get that?
Colin,
Yeah.
can you tell me the confines of your spell, please?
Yeah, it lasts for 1 hour,
Until what?
and then it'll revert back.
But what can break it?
I think only killing the rat.
So it has to be damaged. So okay, that's fine. Yeah.
It's
Concentration,
Yeah, it's
that
concentration
makes
1 hour.
sense. That's fine. So unless
Yeah.
the creature gets damaged, it's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Colin takes damage.
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause it's concentration. That's right.
Yeah.
Or
Oh.
if Broderson takes damage,
Why me?
because the creature could take damage as well as you're taking damage. 'Cause you're in
Oh,
the same
okay.
space. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you
True.
need to be wary of the confines of same space.
Yeah. I mean, it's very much a don't eat my head spell. It
If
wasn't
you run
a
off
it's
with that
completely
rat,
gone
you'd be
spell.
Absolutely fine. If you want to run into danger, you bring in doom upon yourself.
We know Mike's going to take the slightest opportunity to bring this thing back, guys. so-
What? The Rema rat, the young one, looks at you.
Make
Funny
the young one
enough,
eat the rat.
It is the young Remaraz's turn next. And it does look a Broderson.
It's gonna take. Is it, oh no! Oh no! You're so close. I thought. Yeah, I was wondering if it was gonna be opportunity, but it isn't. No. So sorry.
So catching it, would that be my bonus action?
I'll allow her as a bonus action, yeah.
Okay. And then with my action, I am going to attack the
Hits.
what? Remind me what they're called?
Remoras.
That one. Oosh. So 21 damage.
God, it's a good strike.
And then attacking with my offhand.
Oh. 6 and an 8. Yeah, again. The furious sort of that this creature lets out, like its entire body, like it's got a million legs, man. You know, just sort of like flutters around and you just can't get a strike on it. And yeah, so after your first blow, you just completely miss with your second striking. But it pinpoints you, not only for the fact that you just hit it, but the fact that its predatory senses now has that sense that you hold its perhaps parent. Do you want to do anything else before it is its turn?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So as it looks down upon you, it strikes down at you with a bite. 25.
Hits. I'm going to use reaction, so I'm going to use Uncanny Dodge.
Okay.
So I have an attack's damage against me.
Okay. So as it strikes in, you take 26 points of damage, halved to 13 points of damage. But as it does it, its bite and its furious, like, sort of attack at you pins you towards the ground. Obviously, it doesn't pin you, but it smashes you and your backpack to the floor. What's the HP on a rat?
Questions you never thought you'd have to answer, right?
Not a lot.
I haven't looked, so I don't know.
I want to say,
And I'm
oh
gonna
god.
roll the damage before
Oh,
I
no.
know. So.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's find out. Let's find out.
It won.
Yeah.
So my roll of 4 doesn't help you.
Nice.
So as you get pounded into the ground, just an eruption of the giant creature that was held in the backpack and now just appears on top of you. And you get blown into the air as this happens. And you take, so this is you, Broderson, you take 4 points of falling damage and just, I guess, bludgeoning damage just from the pure explosion of this creature expanding again. And yeah, that creature now appears again before you and you shudder into the ground. And as that happens, we'll stop the combat there and we'll carry that on to next session.
Can you just make a note that I'm in at number 9 as well, Mike? My initiative after Drent, just because you swapped the tag out, didn't you?
There, so
Oh, on yours, yeah. Okay, cool.
So let me put the
Is that the top of combat then, is it?
The grid should be top, yeah?
Alright, yeah, let's finish the round of combat then.
Okay.
And then we'll stop it tonight. So sorry,
Yeah.
I know we're carrying over 15 minutes late here, so Grizz, you're up.
Okay, so I'll make my turn pretty quick here. So I want to use my attacks from Boar's Light on the smaller one.
Hits.
So that's attack one. So I'll roll the damage, and then 14 damage.
Tell
What?
me how it dies.
So a big arcing upward strike through the kind of spines at the top of the head, and kind of again arcs down and tries to cut off the cobra bits.
It had 14 hit points left. I'm not joking.
Okay. So
Nice.
I'm gonna make my second attack then against the larger one. Then in that case, so we'll do that. So that's a 20. The 20 hit, yeah.
20 hits.
20 hits. Okay,
Boar's
so
Light saves the day once again, by the way.
Boar's Light, yeah. So 8 points of damage from that, and for my bonus action, I'm going to use a key point to do patient defense, which means I'm dodging basically until my next turn.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you hit that creature for 8 points of damage. It still looks furious and strong in its intent, so it doesn't look like you've made much impact to it at this point.
Okay, that's fine. That's my turn done.
Drent?
I am going to bonus action unsettling words again. And then I'm going to move 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to move 30 feet to here. And I'm going to hold my action to cast a spell, Hypnotic Pattern, after Lovak's turn.
Okay.
There's a man next, isn't it?
After Lovak's turn.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Alright, makes sense. So you're holding your action, so Cathosaurus, as you read it. Amazing.
I'm gonna
Love it.
throw caution to the wind here, and this is probably not the smartest thing, but I think we need to take this guy out if we can. So I'm going to charge straight at the creature and pounce on it. So if I move 30 feet in a straight line towards a creature, I get the pounce
That makes
bonus. So, sorry, let me just read this again. If the Allosaurus moves at least 30 feet straight towards a creature and then hits with a claw attack. Okay, cool. So I'm going to use a claw attack. Probably going to miss now. Oh, sorry, it's just rolling. Nah. 11?
Unfortunately, as you pounce in, it does not hit.
Okay.
The creature just sort of like just jumps up ahead of you and it pulls you off what you were doing.
I can't do any other attacks actually, so that was not great. But hey ho. Yeah, that's
No
my
bonus?
turn. I can't do any bonus in wild shape other than healing, so I don't have any healing to do.
What about the Allosaurus? No bonus action on that?
Nope. It's claw or bite, basically.
Okay,
I used it for the health.
that means we're on Novak.
Okay, I'll flank around to the back, give somebody some advantage, and also gain advantage myself. Turn around, and I will attack. Short sword. 26. Oh, advantage.
At advantage.
Come on, crit.
Your 26 misses though.
Yeah.
Your 26 clearly didn't miss, but yeah, your 28 definitely crits. And you rolled really good rolls by the look of it. So do you want to break that damage down for me? Because you get your
shit,
sneak attack
try.
as well.
Isn't it max rolls as well? I don't know if
Max
that's
rolls.
counted.
Yeah, that's why you guys took huge damage earlier, because you had 2 crits against you. So
16.
I don't want to work that out. I'm going to leave it to you.
So 16 plus 12. I'm going to get a calculator for this.
So you got 1d6 plus 5. so you get another d6. So you get your 5 plus 5, which is 11, plus 6 is 17. Plus. Oh God,
4d6.
Yeah, so that's plus 24 then, isn't it?
17 plus 4d6, but you get 4 times
I got it as
6.
52.
It's 52, is it?
That's what I got it as.
Oof, that's a hit.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Wow.
I got another go.
So the creature takes 52 points of damage as you stab it, and it just shrieks out.
Oh, I thought you can see something else. Okay. Kapesh, 10. Oh, wait. Advantage.
You can say as much as you want.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh shit. That hits. And you take an additional...
9.
You don't get a second sneak attack though, do you?
I don't know. So it's just 9 minus 3. It's
6
6.
points of damage. Oh wow. So you've made significant damage on that creature. You can tell that it's now starting to bleed or extrude some green/red ooze out of the side of it.
Now my spell goes off. That's the end of his turn.
And yeah, that
Forgot
is the
about
end
that.
of Lovak's turn. And Drent, over
So
to you.
it's a wisdom saving throw of 14 with a minus 1d8 again. Wisdom this time.
Save and throw. With what?
A minus 1d8 again.
Okay, I'm going to open roll that. Because at the minute it is succeeding. Unbelievably, that's a 13. So I rolled a 16.
So it is creature twisting pattern. The pattern appears from what the environment is. Creatures in the area who see the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. So if it can even be charmed, obviously I would do the 30-foot thing like that. Wow, that's a bad square.
Someone put it in the bag.
Yeah.
So there's nothing in the stat block about immunity to charmed, so
Okay. So it's incapacitated until it takes damage. Essentially, my brain plan was to make it skip its turn.
Awesome.
so at this point, top of the turn order. It is the top of the turn order, so yeah. Essentially, you can all take damage the next turn. That's your probably your point, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously he skips his turn, and just to start the turn, and then we spend the next turn
Finishing her off.
smashing. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so as much
Nice.
as I would like to finish that, I totally appreciate we're 20 minutes over. So perhaps we'll pick that up at the start of the next session, and we might have an easy start of an encounter unless another one pops its neck up.
No, there's only ever two
will
in
I
one
do that
place,
to
Mike.
you, or
Yeah,
will
there
I
can't
do
be-
it to you? I don't know. Will I do it?
All the noise we've been making, we'd have definitely alerted the third one
Yeah.
before now, right? Yeah.
They don't
I
roam
mean,
in packs, these creatures.
You've met Mama and Baby Remaraz. Where's Daddy Remaraz, right?
Tragic backstory there.
Uh-oh.
Last party of adventurers came along, took care of Daddy.
Yeah, they were coming to make friends, man, and you're killing them. So you should explore this now as you go away for the week, and just think about your actions, yeah?
I massage my neck wounds when I turn back into Cathbad.
But I will say that encounter took a really sharp turn towards like the scary early
Yeah,
on
I
there.
was like, Yeah.
I was on I was on one hit point for a moment.
Was it one? Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I did
Yeah, I
20,
was worried.
21 healing with my like once the rest thing.
Two
like,
of you
yeah,
took
so.
huge blows. Cathbad and
Yep.
Grizz, you took huge blows at the start, and like just the dice sometimes they crit on both of you, and yeah, I'm not surprised you were on 1 HP. I was expecting at one point, oh my god, you're down, you know. But,
Totally.
But yeah, it was, I thought that was an interesting little fight, and it's not over yet. So,
Are we playing next week, or are we gonna go from fortnightly from this week
my
now?
intention was to carry you on fortnightly from now, but if you guys want to carry on next week, we can do next week to bring it back into the order. Because I'm not sure how that's impacted the rest of your schedules, because you might have already like planned stuff on the alternating Tuesdays. So I appreciate last week screwed the schedule up slightly. So it's up to everyone here. Are you available next Tuesday? If so, we'll do next Tuesday, and then we'll start again 2 weeks.
Okay.
But that's
Good
the
either.
question. If you want to do this after the stream, we can do that.
Yeah, we can.
As well.
Yeah.
So how about I'll finish the stream up here and just say amazing. Thank you everybody for watching us tonight. It's a little bit of an intense battle there, and hopefully you felt the intensity as we all did. Obviously, thank you if you're watching these videos back on our YouTube and Twitch channels. Again, please do drop a like and subscribe and all of that jazz. I'm not down with all the lingo yet. I feel like I should hand this over to Mark going forward, to be honest with you. But
hey, I'm happy to do that.
So from now on, we'll do the sign-offs with Mark. But as we're gonna like clarify when the next session will happen. It's either gonna be next Tuesday, which will be the 15th of March, or it's gonna be the 22nd of March, right? But it's still gonna stay with our Tuesday cadence. So we'll let you know, guys. But again, thank you for watching us tonight. Hope you enjoyed, and please do like, subscribe, and share on our content. We would really love your support. And again, leave the comments and just let us know what you think. But I'll leave it there, and we are the Conduits of Chaos, and look forward to seeing you for the next session. So have a good night, everyone.
Have a good one.
Awesome.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
And hey, we got a new member tonight, Emma. Woo!
Hey, welcome, Emma.
Thank you.
Emma.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Have a good evening.